coronavirus pandemic that killed George Floyd, I want to make it clear on the record, Will Packard, it was that other pandemic that we're far too familiar with in America, that pandemic of racism and discrimination that killed George Floyd. It was not.
You know, George, he was like a general. Every day he walks outside, there'd be a line of people, like just like when we came in, wanting to greet him and wanted to have fun with him. Guys that was doing drugs, like smokers and homeless people, you couldn't tell, because when you spoke to George, they felt like they was the president, because that's how he made you feel. Wow. He was powerful, man. He had a way with words. He could always make, George.
Statement every day that we stand and shout and protest and march. We have power that we didn't even know we had. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Statement every.
He was doing him, but he was teaching us how to be a man, because he was in this world already before us, and he gave us a lot of great lessons. And I mean, one thing about a man, keep the definition as is. Floyd, responsibility. He would stand up for his family and friends, and he's great at that. And I want you guys to know that he would stand up for any injustice everywhere. Yeah. Can y'all please say his name? Thank y'all. He was doing him, but
they came back on the Golden State Warriors in the finals. And I remember the very first phone call, and I told him, Unc, man, you too happy. You sound like you won a championship. And we laughed about it, and, he said, man, you know how I feel about LeBron. I did win a championship. So, and every time we would talk, I asked him, like, hey, how you doing, man? You good? And he said, I feel like I won a championship. And that kind of stuck. It was just this, they came.
Reason it got to me is George Floyd's story has been the story of black folks. Because ever since 401 years ago, the reason we could never be who we wanted and dreamed to be in is you kept your knee on our neck. We were smarter than the underfunded schools you put us in, but you had your knee on our neck. We could run corporations and not hustle in the street, but you had your knee on our neck. We had creative skills. We could do whatever anybody else could do, but we couldn't get your knee off our neck. Get your knee off our neck. What happened to Floyd happens every day in this country, in education, in health services, and in every area of American life. It's time for us to stand up in George's name and say, get your knee off our necks.